Our chief guest for today, Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Maheshwari, Judge, Supreme Court of India, has arrived. Kindly rise. Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Maheshwari, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Prakash Sharma, the Acting Chief Justice, Rajasthan High Court and Patron-in-Chief, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, Honorable Dr. Justice Pushpendra Singh Bhati, Judge, Rajasthan High Court and Chairman, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, Honorable Mr. Justice Vineet Kumar Mathur, Judge, Rajasthan High Court and Co-Chairman, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, Honorable Judges of Rajasthan High Court, respected Registrar General, Rajasthan High Court and esteemed officers of the Registry, respected Director, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy and other esteemed officers of the Academy, distinguished guests and my beloved batchmates. Today I, Abhinandan Jain, on behalf of Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, extend a warm welcome to all honorable dignitaries to the valedictory ceremony of RJS batch 2025-2026. इस गरिमामयी और स्मरणीय संध्या का शुभ आरंभ करते हुए आइए हम सब उस मातृभूमि को नमन करें जिसके संविधान ने हमें कर्तव्य का मार्ग दिखाया और जिसने न्यायपालिका में अपना विश्वास स्थापित किया। मैं सभागार में उपस्थित सभी आदरणीय अतिथियों एवं महानुभावों से विनम्र अनुरोध करता हूं कि कृपया राष्ट्रभक्ति एवं गौरव के प्रतीक वंदे मातरम के लिए खड़े हों। The valedictory ceremony of RJS batch 2025-26 marks not just the closing of a chapter, but the quiet turning of a page that holds far more than words can express. For beneath every robe we shall don tomorrow lies stories stitched with sacrifice, perseverance, silent battles, and dreams once held at a distant horizon. We arrived here months ago with ambition in our hearts and uncertainty in our steps. What followed was not merely a training, but a transformation shaped by discipline, reflection, rigorous learning, and the steady guidance of the Rajasthan State Judicial Academy. In this journey, we were reminded that judiciary is not a position of authority, but a sacred trust, a constitutional faith reposed in human hands. Within these walls, law ceased to be the only text and precedent. It became a temperament. We learned that judicial strength is not measured by knowledge alone, but by composure under pressure, clarity amidst complexity, and above all, humanity within the discipline of procedure. Friendships here did not remain casual companionships. They deepened into bonds for life. Lessons did not remain instructions, they became conviction, and ideals slowly, almost imperceptibly, became character. Our journey at RSJA began on 18th May 2025, the day we took the oath. Behind that moment stood unseen sacrifices, silent prayers, and the unflinching faith of those who walked beside us long before we reached this threshold. In that instant, pride and humility coexisted. For we realized we were not merely stepping into a profession, but entering a lifelong responsibility to the Constitution and to the ideal of justice. And now, as this chapter gently comes to its close, nearly a year later, it feels only fitting to reawaken the spirit of that oath, not as a memory, but as a continuing commitment that binds us beyond these walls as an institution. Today, therefore, carries a rare and reflective emotion. Before life disperses us into courtrooms across Rajasthan, we stand once again as one batch held together by a shared journey and a shared promise that wherever we serve justice. The distinguished guests and honorable dignitaries, your presence lends grace to this solemn occasion and strengthens our resolve to uphold the constitutional promise of justice. The quiet emotion of one meaningful chapter coming to a close, even as a new and beautiful journey begins, is perhaps best captured in the following lines. अभी तो इस बास की असली उड़ान बाकी है, अभी तो इस बास की असली उड़ान बाकी है, अभी तो इस परिंदे का इम्तिहान बाकी है, अभी अभी मैंने लागा है समुंदरों को, अभी तो पूरा आसमान बाकी है, अभी तो पूरा आसमान बाकी है. With this, I hand over the mic to Ms. Prama Chaudhary.
Lighting of lamp signifies the transition from ignorance to knowledge, and our year-long journey in this prestigious academy as trainee judicial officers seems a similar reflection. So, this ceremonial lighting of lamp is not just a ritual today. It is also the identification of more than 200 freshly recruited, over-enthusiastic young trainees, metamorphing into very well-learned, mature, composed, compassionate, and confident judicial officers. Now, to formally commence the proceedings for today's program, I most respectfully invite the honorable dignitaries on dais to kindly proceed for the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. दीपो ज्योति परम ब्रह्म, दीपो ज्योति जनार्दनः, दीपो हर्तु मे पापम, दीपो ज्योतिर नमोस्तुते. अर्थात दीपक की ज्योति परम ब्रह्म है, दीपक की ज्योति भगवान विष्णु है. जो दीपक मेरे पापों को हर ले, ऐसी ज्योति को नमस्कार है. Thank you, Lordships. Honoring guests is the hallmark of Indian culture, believing that guests be always treated as God, Atithi Devo Bhava. Also, in the rich cultural heritage of Rajasthan, the ceremonial safa symbolizes honor, dignity, and heartfelt reverence. In the amalgamated continuation of these beautiful traditions, I most respectfully request Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Prakash Sharma, the Acting Chief Justice, Rajasthan High Court, and Patron-in-Chief, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, to honor our revered guest for the day, Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Maheshwari, Judge, Supreme Court of India, by presenting him the prestigious Safa. Thank you, Lordship. I now request Honorable Dr. Justice Pushpender Singh Bhati, Judge, Rajasthan High Court and Chairman, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, to honor our esteemed chief guest with the green plant as a token of our respect and gratitude. Thank you, Lordship. I now take the honor to request Mr. Chanchal Mishra, the respected Registrar General, Rajasthan High Court, to kindly present the ceremonial safa to Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Prakash Sharma. Thank you, sir. May I also request Mr. Ajay Singh, Registrar cum Principal Secretary to the Honorable Chief Justice, to come and present your Lordship a sapling reflecting our gratitude and reverence. Thank you, sir. In continuation of the honors, I request Mr. Balkrishna Mishra, respected Director, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, to present the ceremonious safa to Honorable Dr. Justice Pushpender Singh Bhati. Thank you, sir. May I also request Dr. Chetna, Additional Director, Administration, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, to present a token of our gratitude in form of a plant to His Lordship. Thank you, ma'am. Now I humbly invite Mr. Narendra Khatri, Additional Director Academics, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, for the traditional Safa presentation to Honorable Mr. Justice Vineet Kumar Mathur. Thank you, sir. I also request Ms. Payal Agarwal, Deputy Director, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, to present a plant to His Lordship as a mark of our gratitude. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Mr. Govind Ram Meena, Deputy Director, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, to present the ceremonious safa to Mr. Balkrishna Mishra, Director, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Ms. Pooja Meena, Trainee Judicial Officer, to present a sapling to Sir as a token of growth and sustainability. Thank you, everyone.
The finest captains are not those who merely lead the ship forward, but those who make every traveler believe that even amidst the fiercest of storms, they are capable of reaching the shore. Throughout this transformative year at RSJA, we have been fortunate to receive such guidance. Having said that, it is my proud privilege to now invite Honorable Dr. Justice Pushpender Singh Bhati, whose visionary mentorship and unflinching commitment to judicial education have profoundly shaped us.
Good evening, Honorable Justice J.K. Maheshwari, Sir, Judge, Supreme Court of India. We all welcome you, sir. Our own captain, Chief Justice of Rajasthan, Honorable Justice S.P. Sharma, sir. My very dear and beloved brother, Justice Vineet Mathur, co-chairman. Our director with a depth, Balkishan Ji Mishra Sahab, my colleagues from Governing Council, Justice Inderjit Ji, Justice Mahendra Goyal Sahab, my other colleagues, Beniwal Sahab, Shah Sahab, Sandhu Sahab, Sanjeet Ji, Mehta Ma'am, Chandrasekhar Ji, Kuldeep Mathur Sahab, Yogendra Puri Sahab, Nupur Bhati Ma'am, Mukesh Rajpuri Sahab, Farzan Sahab, Lakshman Sahab, Ashok Jan Sahab, Anup Dand Sahab, Rekha Ji, learned members of the faculty, the team of the registry, the Registrar General PPS, dear, very dear trainee judges, now no more trainee judges, we have now been posted to your respective courts. It's a matter of great pride to stand here today. My chest swells when I see all of you. The manner in which you have performed, you have done, I am sure that it will be one of the finest group of judicial officers who will be like beacons of the society, the constitution, and to the younger members of the judiciary, as well as to a common citizen. I must, at this threshold, I inform Honorable Justice J.K. Maheshwari sir that this is historical batch because this is one of the largest batch, and we have about 220 judicial officers, out of which we have about 144 female officers and 72 male officers. So, with this history, we began our discourse, sir. It was an accumulation of vacancy for a few years, so the challenge was daunting. And when the issue was taken up, the examinations and everything was over, there was a lot of contemplation which was going on as to whether how to carry out the process. But finally, all of us together, we were in a position to introduce you to this training. And the team of the academy, led by the captain and the team of the registry and all the persons who were guiding us, we have, in my humble understanding, done a good job. I will not say great job, but done a good job, because good job is full of satisfaction. Great is something which is out of euphoria, and I don't speak out of the euphoria. Normally I speak that way. Today I, with full confidence in my mind, what the words that I have chosen to address as chairman of this great academy, as you all enter the judiciary and man the posts of judiciary, respectively on Monday onwards as your joining time, 2-3 days. So it would be, everybody would be watching you. It would be a great time because everybody who comes for the first time is watched. And my confidence is that whoever watches you will feel good. He will feel the energy that you will emanate as judges, and you will decorate the seats as the best constitutional authorities that the judiciary would have ever produced. In the beginning itself, I would also like to say that the title ceremony that we had day before yesterday, all of you were great. All of you received with great humor all the titles that were received. And I'm so amazed and so happy and delighted that the titles you gave to our faculty members, they reflected the true reflection of our faculty members. My dear brother Vineet Kumar Mathur Sahab was given the title of the calm commander, which he always is. He is such a calm person who makes his best to the academy and to whatever task which is assigned to him, and he was absolutely shoulder to shoulder in everything that was done by the academy. The director, Mishra Sahab, was given the title, sir, of Sahitya Samrat. This was probably reflects the depth that he has, because Sahitya is one thing, literature, when you touch it, it goes very deep. So the House was very thoughtful in giving him this title, and I'm sure that he, being the Sahitya Samrat, would continue to bless the academy as he has done. Our former director, Justice Tyagi, was very popular with us, he has been given the title of OG Dhurandhar. And this was reflected the manner in which he has conducted the academic year and the energy that he gave in and the best of the things that he provided to the academy. That is why this was just, these are one words, but they reflect a lot. I mean, my brothers and sisters would see that these titles carry a lot of weight and a lot of meaning. Then Chetana madam was given the title, The Kind Shade. Even if you look at her face, you will find that kind shade in her face. And you will find that she would have given that shade as a, I may say, as a true guardian to all the academy members. And that is why such a kind and such a blessed, such a wonderful expression has been used for her, which has been rightly used for her. The Narendra Khatri Sahab has been given the title, The Powerhouse of Academy. And truly so, because he has, whenever I see him, he is in his full speed, doing his best for organizing, arranging, and doing everything possible that is there in the academy. And I am really proud of my team of the academy. The next title was of Govindji, which is the Digital Dude. Yes, he is the digital dude because we, in fact, were very, very comfortable because he was using technology. He was more of a younger generation, more connected to you. And therefore, it reflects that how, for the purpose which we wanted him to be, one amongst us, he has really fulfilled. And last but not the least, it was Payal madam who got the title of the Boss Lady. The Boss Lady is a title which reflects that she is a doer. It reflects that how well she has done and how well her energies have really helped the academy to flourish and all of us, all the trainee judges to flourish. So thank you, a very special thanks to all of you. And this title reflects why I have disclosed these titles to my brothers and sisters and to the chief guest is that this is the real power behind the whole endeavor that the academy was making. And this was absolutely imperative because unless it was there, we could not have done it. We had a lot of fantastic persons like probably Siddharth. Siddharth was given the title of the Royal Golden Heart, sorry. I don't remember as good as you, but yes, whatever it is, the Golden Heart, right? So the Siddharth with his visual impairing, the manner in which he has undertaken the training, we are very satisfied. And we are absolutely proud that we could, some of our fellow trainees who were differently able, we have been able to integrate them into the training with the help of our softwares and our specialization that we had with the faculty, and we have done our best to bring their best to us. We have trained our trainees, sir, with the e-courts, video conferencing, electronic evidence, cyber laws, digital platforms, hash value verifications, AI-assisted legal tools, and Supreme Today, of course. These were important, sir, because today a judge cannot be without a technology. If you all remember the example of the recent wars, whether it is Ukraine, Israel, Iran, whatever, technology and AI is there everywhere, even in wars. So we are soldiers of justice. So I think that better equipped is more strength. So technologically, our trainee judges were very well equipped. They were given lectures by specialists. Specialists were brought in. Whatever we had in technology, we were brought in front of them, and then finally they are going to use it. The personality development and well-being was a big issue with the academy, which we have tried our best with the yoga sessions and all other training programs to bring in discipline, concentration, and balance. The academy consciously also, there was a meeting when we all met. There was a decision, sir, that the last phase has to be full of activities. And we have successfully done Sufi night, cultural evenings, Antakshari, Paint Your Heart, Nyaya Natyam, educational film screenings, interactive cultural programs. And I saw each one of the judge blossoming out of their cocoons, the caterpillars turning into beautiful butterflies, full blown with the colors of the Constitution, ready to deliver to the citizen of India. The Judges Premier League was full of energy. The parade that you held would probably, Chief Saab and my parents both belonging to armed forces, we were feeling so glad that even armed forces parades would not be so handsome, or they may be, but you provided a handsome opportunity for us to be spectators of your Judicial Premier League. And the games that you played in JPL 26, which include badminton, table tennis, chess, carom, pickleball, cricket, basketball, and volleyball. Honorable Chief Guest, sir, the academy was buoyant, full of energy, full of lot of. We also, this time, Chief Guest, sir, we also divided the academy's duties for the academic purposes, administrative purposes, cultural purposes, organizational responsibilities, and every trainee officer was required to participate in a rotational way for these things, for these activities. One experiment, Honorable Chief Guest, sir, we held was of mentorship. What we did is that we asked the trainees that when you went to the field, which was the best judge who could impress upon you to be in your habits and which you inculcated. All of them, few of them, which we started by a particular list, about 30, they gave us 30 names that these were the judges who, so purely on their inputs, we called 30 mentors and had a 3 batches, and they all shared their experiences, and a lot of questions were asked, a lot of questions were answered. The best experiences in the court, the worst experience in the courts, the fights and the temperaments in the court, the smoothness and the love and affection in the court, everything was talked about. And wonderful experiences were shared, sir. One of them was, Dad Sahab shared that this dying declaration, both the hands were burnt. So he said, I was a young officer, he shared that this, I asked the CJM at 2 o'clock at night what to do. He said that put a note in the dying declaration. And then as an extraordinary measure, he said the thumb was used and I put it on there. So there was wonderful experiences which were shared by those mentors, and those hours and hours of sessions, the trainees asked a lot of questions and they developed it into a full-blown interactive session. And apart from this, sir, we introduced many more other things. We had continuous feedback with our trainees, regular feedbacks when they were in the field, the larger responsibility of administration. They were learning, they went to the field, and it was like this, sir. 2 small things, what I think is that a captain once had a small lantern and he was leading his team in a storm. And this is what our trainees will do, sir. They will be having only lanterns, because we all know that there may be scarcities in the field. There may be, it may not be so comfortable as the academy is. You may not get the same facilities that you have here, but you will be like captains with a lantern. So the followers all asked that there's only a small lantern, there's a whole storm, you have to work for the village. So he said, just move on. They said, the light is not sufficient. This light is just a beacon. This light is just a symbol. This is here to guide you, that's all. Light has a limited role. So that's what each one of them has been trained, sir, even however small their lanterns would be, but they would lead in their respective places as judicial leaders at grassroots level and give the citizens best of the justice as the academy trusts them. Last but not the least, sir, and there was another, this is for the trainees. The judging cannot be immediate. These were 2 trees which were standing. So a bird came in and said, I want to make a nest, give birth to children. One said no, one said yes. Yes, the bird came in. Children delivered. Second tree goes away in the next storm. Bird says, see, this is the lesson. You didn't give me place, so you are gone away in the storm. So the tree which fell down said, I am old. I knew I will fall down. Your children will die. So I told you to go there. So that is the beauty that is there in our trainees. That is the beauty that we have to show. This justice cannot come instant, that no, it is like an instant hot thing which can be solved. You can use technology, you can do everything. Every resource that academy and yourself you have taught, you can use it. But ultimately, it will be your judicial conscience which will be operating. I have a very short time. I'll just end with this small couplet from Wasim Barelvi. Jahan rahega, for you, for all the dear judges, the respected judges who are sitting in front of me, the younger judges. Jahan rahega, wahin roshni lutayega. Kisi chirag ko apna makka nahi. Kisi chirag ka apna makka nahi hota. So wherever you will go, you will spread the light You will spread the energy, you will spread the justice, you will uphold the spirit of the Constitution that the Academy and all of us hope from you. May God bless you with the best, and may your flag fly as high as the sky forever. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for your words of encouragement. They'll stay with us forever. The Thinking Gavel is a collection of legal articles by my own batchmates, reflecting the intellectual journey and legal scholarship of the Rajasthan Judicial Services batch of 2025-26. Each article is in essence a lived experience, finding its voice on paper, shaped by learning, introspection, and the subtle lessons of our training days at the Academy. And perhaps in the words of Gulzar, किताबें झांकती हैं बंद अलमारियों के शीशों से, waiting for their words to find readers, reflection, and resonance. On that note, we now invite the honorable dignitaries on the dais for the formal release of the Thinking Gavel. Congratulations everyone on this grand release, and thank you, Your Lordship. Lord Denning once remarked, and I quote, "Justice is not something to be kept in cold storage of legal knowledge. It is something to be felt in the very pulse of life." With that spirit, we now take privilege and pride of presenting Vidhi Vimarsh, the newsletter of Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, a harmonious confluence of knowledge, reflection, and legal development. It encapsulates a curated compilation of concluded programs of the Academy, recent landmark judgments from the Honorable Supreme Court of India and Honorable Rajasthan High Court, important legal news and updates, insights into global jurisprudence, circulars issued by Honorable Rajasthan High Court, relevant press releases, parliamentary debates, gazette notifications, and recent enactments and amendments. And today, we take pride in launching the first 3 editions of this official newsletter, January to June, July to December, and January to March 2026. I now most humbly request the honorable dignitaries to graciously launch the newsletter Vidhi Vimarsh. Congratulations everyone on this grand release, and thank you, Your Lordship.
Every batchmate here has not just lived this year, they have shaped it. On that note, I invite you to witness something special, not just a book, but a collective heartbeat of RJS batch 2025-26. With great pride and even greater nostalgia, I humbly invite the honorable dignitaries on dais to officially unveil the yearbook for RJS batch 25-26, a compilation of moments, milestones, and memories that belong to each one of us. Congratulations everyone on this grand release. And thank you, Your Lordship. Management is doing things right. Leadership is doing the right thing. Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Prakash Sharma is the demonstration of these exemplary traits. Having said that, it is my proud privilege to invite Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Prakash Sharma to enlighten this sagacious gathering with his words of wisdom.
Honorable Mr. Justice Jitendra Maheshwari Sahab, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Dr. Justice Pushpinder Bhati, Chairman, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, Honorable Mr. Justice Vineet Kumar Mathur, Co-Chairman, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, my sister and brother judges on the bench, Director and all the faculty members of the Rajasthan Judicial Academy, the judicial officers of the registry, and other judges of this High Court, and yes, the new judges of the Rajasthan High Court, judicial officers. Welcome to the judiciary. On this valedictory ceremony, after you have had a one-year induction training program, we are truly honored to have amongst us the distinguished luminary of the legal fraternity, Honorable Mr. Justice Jitendra Maheshwari Sahab, who, despite his exceptionally demanding schedule, acceded to our request, and today he had a lot of cases on the board. He decided those matters, he passed orders on that matters in the Supreme Court, and then he has traveled all the way to Jodhpur, and he has to go back in the evening. And this is only because of his sheer love for the judiciary and love for you all young people. So you should be eagerly waiting what his discourse on the valedictory ceremony. And because we have a lot of paucity of time, because he has to catch a train in the evening, I'll not say much, but I have to only tell you one thing. You are stepping into a new life. You have been acting like students, you have been like a trainees. We have posted you today. Some people must have found it to be very happy, the places where you have been posted. Some may not like it, but these are all different parts of Rajasthan. Rajasthan is a very big state. Wherever you go, you will have to learn. You will have to learn that local dialect also. Sometimes you may not be knowing that dialect also. That also you will have to learn. You will have to learn how people are living there, your own life, staying alone, at the same time doing judicial work. That is the training which you have already undergone here. You will have to implement it there. I won't say much. I'll leave it on my senior Honorable Justice Maheshwari to guide you on this occasion. We all share the same feelings. We all have the same kind of things to tell you. I have had an opportunity to attend and be part of valedictory ceremony of 3 different high courts. The judicial officers, when they start, that is one step in your life which will be remembered all your life. So today, please hear him seriously. Take that advice very seriously. That is all what I will say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lordship, for your inspiring words. As we have reached the culmination of our training journey, a path that required not just attendance, but intentional transformation. Looking back to the countless hours, the challenges faced, and the skills acquired, I would like to quote these profound words, which deeply resonate with our experience. Take pride in how far you have come. Have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. This training was never just about academics. It was about the growth, the camaraderie, and the refinement of our judicial purpose. It's now my pleasure to invite Mr. Anshuman Vashisht, Trainee Judicial Officer, to share glimpses of our journey in this dreamy academy.
मंचासीन माननीय न्यायाधिपतिगण और मंच के समक्ष सभागार में उपस्थित न्याय जगत की सुविख्यात न्यायिक हस्तियों का मैं अंशुमान वशिष्ठ न्यायिक अधिकारी RJS बैच 2025 की ओर से हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं। मान्यवर, इतिहास में मानव जीवन की यात्रा से लेकर आज तक एक प्रश्न स्वाभाविक रूप से रहा है। प्रश्न है, जीवन क्या है, जिंदगी क्या है, इसका अस्तित्व क्यों है। सबने अपने अपने तरीके से इसे परिभाषित किया है, उत्तरित किया है, लेकिन जॉन एलिया साहब ने इसे बड़े खूबसूरत तरीके से एक पंक्ति में बयां किया है। वो लिखते हैं, जिंदगी एक फन है लम्हों को अपने अंदाज से गंवाने का। वास्तव में 18 मई 2025 से लेकर आज तक हम ऋणी हैं राजस्थान राज्य न्यायिक अकादमी परिवार के, जहां हमें स्वतंत्रता मिली अपनी जिंदगी को अपने सबसे अच्छे अंदाज से जीने की। 18 मई 2025 से आज तक कालचक्र ने यह साबित किया है कि समय का यह चक्र कभी नहीं रुकता। यह अनवरत है, क्रमबद्ध है और सतत है। इस समय यात्रा ने हमें क्या दिया है, यह एक यक्ष प्रश्न है। लेकिन मान्यवर, हमें दिया है न्याय का एक ऐसा न्याय परिवार, नया संसार जहां अनेक संभावनाएं हैं अपार। राजस्थान राज्य न्यायिक अकादमी एक शब्द मात्र नहीं है, वरन अपने आप में एक जीवंत शरीर है। यह अकादमी स्वरूप में विराट है, जो नर से नारायण, मानव से महामानव और एक लॉ स्टूडेंट से एक कुशल न्यायाधीश बनने की स्वयं में एक यात्रा है। इस अकादमी की दुनिया में नवीन पहलुओं को बयां करूं तो थ्योरेटिकल अप्रोच से ज्यादा प्रैक्टिकल लर्निंग जैसे नवाचार हुए हैं, जहां अकादमी आदर्श और यथार्थ की अवधारणाओं को अपने लेक्चर्स में अद्भुत रूप से समाहित करती है। मान्यवर, खेल जीवन का एक सुखद आयाम है, इसके सुखद पक्ष हैं। खेल जगत में राजस्थान राज्य न्यायिक अकादमी जजेस प्रीमियर लीग JPL 2026 जैसे सफल आयोजनों के माध्यम से नए कीर्तिमान स्थापित कर रही है। मान्यवर, ख्वाजा मीर दर्द साहब की चंद पंक्तियां मुझे इस संबंध में याद आती हैं, जब वो कहते हैं कि सैर कर दुनिया की गाफिल, जिंदगानी फिर कहाँ, और जिंदगानी गर रही तो नौजवानी फिर कहाँ। अकादमी द्वारा मारवाड़ मेवाड़ की धरती का वो शैक्षणिक भ्रमण हमारे मनमानस पर आजीवन छाप छोड़ता रहेगा। अकादमी परिसर में होने वाले सांस्कृतिक, कलात्मक और बहुआयामी आयोजनों से यह जाहिर होता है कि एक न्यायाधीश के भीतर बहुमुखी प्रतिभाएं छुपी रहती हैं। बात 26 जनवरी 2026 के राष्ट्रीय पर्व की हो या अकादमी के अंतिम फेज की सूफी नाइट की हो, अंत्याक्षरी के सफल आयोजन की हो या काइट फेस्टिवल की हो, बात न्याय नाट्यम में पंच परमेश्वर कहानी की हो या हमारे कुशल मेंटोर्स की भावुक विदाई की हो, यह स्पष्ट रूप से दर्शाता है कि 221 संवर्ग का यह बैच वसुदेव कुटुंबकम की भावना से उत्प्रेरित है। अनुभव की इस यात्रा को संकल्प से जोड़ दिया जाए तो मंच पर विराजमान समस्त महानुभावों के समक्ष मैं संकल्प भी पूरे बैच की ओर से रखना चाहूंगा कि राजस्थान न्यायिक सेवा का यह सबसे बड़ा बैच न्याय की उम्मीद में पंक्ति के अंतिम छोर पर खड़े व्यक्ति के और आई विल सी यू इन कोर्ट जैसी पंक्तियों में विश्वास को निश्चित तौर पर जीवित रखेगा। राष्ट्र के प्रति हमारे कर्तव्यों के निर्वहन में हम अखंड कर्मयोग की भावना से अपना राष्ट्र धर्म निभाते रहेंगे। मान्यवर, वाहिद अली वाहिद के शब्दों में अपनी वाणी को विराम देना चाहता हूं। तू भी है राणा का वंशज, फेंक जहां तक भाला जाए। तू भी है राणा का वंशज, फेंक जहां तक भाला जाए। दोनों तरफ लिखा हो भारत, बस सिक्का वही उछाला जाए, बस सिक्का वही उछाला जाए। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. In quick continuation, I would now invite Ms. Supriya Agrawal, Trainee Judicial Officer, to share with us excerpts from her judicial journey.
A very good evening to honorable dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, and my fellow batchmates. I indeed feel blessed and honored to get this privileged opportunity to share my year-long experience with this august gathering. As I stand here, I can vividly recall my first day as we stepped into the academy. Butterflies in the stomach, shivering legs, and fumbling voice. Hailing from a different state, Punjab, I must confess it was both a blend of anxiety and excitement. Our very first day, all of us taking our oath to office in one synchronized voice, it still gives me goosebumps. That day, the predominant emotion which beset us all was that of a dream come true. But today, as we stand at this climactic juncture, just a day shy of taking charge of our independent courts, the emotions have taken a giant leap. Now, the oath reminds of the sense of responsibility that we are all to shoulder in the forthcoming days. Initially, there was a sense of skepticism regarding management of such a gigantic batch like ours. It reminds me of the words of Honorable Dr. Justice Pushpendra Singh Bhati Sir, Chairman RSJA, as his Lordship addressed us on the very first day, stating our batch that the more, the merrier. And in hindsight, I can safely say that all of us completely second your Lordship's far-sighted words today. I would also like to bring on record the dynamic vision of Honorable Chairman Sir and his team, under whose stewardship were curated the most novel ideas vis-a-vis our training. Given our humongous number, there could be no risk-taking in experimentation. It had no option but to yield results. May it be regarding introduction of post-lunch practical exercises instead of lectures, or trying hands on new classroom activities like role plays, or panel discussions with our favorite mentor judges, or plethora of cultural events which were thoughtfully planned and executed. The last phase at Academy was indeed a roller coaster of emotions, beginning with the fear of evaluation tests, following the sequential diurnal events and sleepless nights, gossiping with the friends, cherishing the time before we part. And not to forget yesterday's emotional adieu, which culminated with the most awaited notification, the PDF that left our hearts throbbing for a while, our posting orders. Though each one of us thoroughly enjoyed it all, but we can't deny the exhaustion it accompanied. To pause those constant thoughts, I thought of taking perhaps one last night stroll of the academy, all alone, in a quest to relive the past memories. Contemplating the times here, I could feel that each corner of academy silently whispered a story. The evening walks after tiring lectures, or sitting at the stage in the garden, relishing Swiggy Zomato orders, or playing Uno at the sitting area of the entrance, or sitting on the stairs of academic block, crying on a friend's shoulder as I missed home, or capturing the beauty of the academy in my phone's camera from the terrace. The weight of the memories were heavy enough to roll down my eyes. Apart from the development of the legal acumen, I am particularly thankful to Academy for reigniting my hobbies and interests that were long forgotten, may it be regarding chance to hone my oratory skills or to channel the singer within me. Apart from that, not being a sports enthusiast, I could never have imagined myself participating in JPL or Raniti, and that too with a wounded foot. But Academy is known for bringing out the best out of us, for getting us out of our comfort zones and making the impossible doable. I would also like to speak about an incident that carries a very special memory for me. It was January 2026, and one of those intimidating sessions where each one of us would keep our fingers crossed that none of the faculty members would point their fingers towards us to step on stage for role play. Defying my optimism bias and delusions, the then director, respected Mr. Dinesh Tyagi sir, signaled me to step up, and there I was, all jittery, trying my best to camouflage my nervousness. It might sound easy, but to perform before someone who is known as walking encyclopedia of law, you may guess the state of mind of a non-entity like me. It seemed difficult then, but as I look back at the incident, I can proudly say that after facing someone as extraordinary as Sir, that too in front of 220 spectators, I won't have to worry as to who I might face in the court in the coming days. Jokes apart, this was one incident that marked immense personal transition from being an anxious amateur to becoming a confident officer. On a parting note, I'd like to say that if I'm able to carry even a few cents of inspiring traits of all my mentors here, I would consider myself beyond fortunate. It would be the visionary leadership of our patron-in-chief, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Prakash Sharma, sir, unflinching optimism of our Honorable Chairman, sir, calmness of our Honorable Co-Chairman, sir, humility of our Director, sir, neutrality of our former Director, sir, grace of our Additional Director, ma'am, high spirits of our Additional Director, sir, vivacity of our Deputy Director, sir, and confidence of our Deputy Director, ma'am. Your warmth, guidance, and blessings helped an outsider like me to feel like being at home. Thank you for making Academy our second home. I may be a Punjabi by birth, but now I am certainly turning into a Rajasthani by heart. At last, I would like to conclude with the words of Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू मैम. अपना ज़माना आप बनाते हैं अहले दिल, अपना ज़माना आप बनाते हैं अहले दिल, हम वो नहीं कि जिनको ज़माना बना गया. क्या खूब कहा गया है उन लोगों के बारे में जो अपना मार्ग स्वयं प्रशस्त करते हैं. ट्रेल ब्लेजर मिस्टर ब्रह्मानंद शर्मा, who is recognized as India's first visually impaired judge, is an officer of Rajasthan judiciary. The appointment of such assiduous individuals is a testament to the evolving inclusiveness of Rajasthan judiciary. True inclusion reimagines a world without artificial boundaries, where physical and cognitive differences are accommodated, allowing every individual to live, learn, and work together. Lordship, this batch is very fortunate to have one such arduous colleague who has scaled every difficulty with grace and dignity, towards whom Honorable Dr. Justice Pushpender Singh Bhati has already very aptly referred. उनका जज्बा मानो जिंदगी से कहता हो, एक लफ्ज मुकद्दर है, एक लफ्ज मुकद्दर है जिससे लड़कर देखो तुम, हार ना जाए तो मेरा नाम बदल देना. I invite Trainee Judicial Officer Mr. Siddharth Sharma to come and share his inspiring journey.
यूं ही आबाद रहेगी ये दुनिया, कल हम ना होंगे कोई हमसा होगा. ऑनरेबल जस्टिस जे के माहेश्वरी सर, जज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया, ऑनरेबल एक्टिंग चीफ जस्टिस राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट, ऑनरेबल चेयरमैन सर, ऑनरेबल को चेयरमैन सर, रिस्पेक्टेड डायरेक्टर सर, रिस्पेक्टेड दिनेश त्यागी सर, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स, अदर डिग्निटरीज ऑन द डाइस, एंड माय डियर बैचमेट्स. आज यहाँ मुझे खड़ा होकर बुद्धिज़्म में प्रचलित मंडेला प्रैक्टिस से रिलेटिविटी फील हो रही है. मंडेला एक प्रैक्टिस है जिसमें आर्टिस्ट बहुत शिद्दत से कोई भी आर्ट पोर्ट्रे करते हैं और उसे कंप्लीट हो जाने पर उसे विसर्जित कर दिया जाता है. ये प्रैक्टिस बुद्धिज़्म में डिटैचमेंट के कॉन्सेप्ट को सिंबलाइज करती है. हमने यहाँ एक साल में बहुत यादें संजोई है, बहुत अच्छे पल जिए हैं, और आज शायद वो पल आ चुका है जब हम अपने अपने रास्तों पे अलग अलग एकेडमी से जा रहे हैं. तो वही डिटैचमेंट का मूवमेंट हम लोग भी फेस कर रहे हैं. मुझे ये लगता है कि जीवन एक सतत यात्रा है. इसी यात्रा का एक भाग था इस जुडिशल एकेडमी में आना. यहाँ तक आने की यात्रा बहुत रोमांचित एवं सुखदायी थी, और यहाँ जिए हुए हर अनुभव भी बहुत अविस्मरणीय रहेंगे. ये कहा जाता है कि अगर आपके पास जो कुछ भी है उसकी कीमत उसके रहते पता लग जाए तो आपका हर पल बहुत सुखमयी हो सकता है. आई इंडीड फील ऑलवेज ग्रेटफुल एंड ब्लेस्ड कि इस एकेडमी ने मुझे इतने अच्छे लोगों से मिलवाया, इतने अच्छे दोस्त दिए, जिनके साथ हमने काउंटलेस नाइट्स एक्सपेंड की, हम लोगों ने बहुत सारी बातें की, बहुत सारे इवेंट्स में शेयर्ड पार्टिसिपेशन किया, एकेडमी के इतनी कल्चरल एक्टिविटीज़ में, स्पोर्ट्स गेम्स में सबने पार्टिसिपेट किया और बहुत सारी यादें संजोई। कुछ लोगों का नाम अगर मैं मेंशन ना करूँ तो आई वुड बी फेलिंग इन माई ड्यूटी, बट मैं ऐसा कॉन्शियसली अवॉइड करूँगा क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि ये जर्नी अभी सिर्फ शुरू हुई है उन लोगों के साथ और अभी बहुत यादें उनके साथ बनाना बाकी है। इस मोमेंट पे एक मैसेज शायद मुझे देना है और ये पहली बार है मैं इसके लिए पहली बार मैं ऐसा कुछ बोलने वाला हूँ। मैं शायद ऑथोराइज भी नहीं हूँ और मुझ में इतना सब्जेक्ट मैटर एक्सपर्ट भी नहीं हूँ कि मैं इस पर कुछ बोल पाऊँ, बट एक मैसेज की तरह डिसेबिलिटी मैंने आज तक कुछ ऐसा नहीं बोला है तो प्लीज़ मुझे माफ़ करिएगा कुछ मैं ऐसा बोल तो। डिसेबिलिटी क्योंकि हम इतने ज़्यादा सोसाइटी में इनकाउंटर नहीं होते, जैसे किसी भी तरीके की डिसेबिलिटी हो सकती है, तो हमें शायद उतनी सोसाइटी में अवेयरनेस नहीं होती है, तो हम डिसेबिलिटी को इक्वेट करते हैं अननोइंगली, अनइंटेंशनली डिपेंडेंसी से या फिर वीकनेस से, और हम एक आइडेंटिटी को डिसेबिलिटी को एक आइडेंटिटी ऑफ ए पर्सन ट्रीट करते हैं। बट मुझे ये लगता है कि डिसेबिलिटी इज नॉट एन आइडेंटिटी ऑफ ए पर्सन, इट्स very insignificant part of identity. डिसेबिलिटी दो तरीके से हो सकती है, इंडिविजुअल डिसेबिलिटी एंड सोसाइटल डिसेबिलिटी। अगर कोई इतने डिसएडवांटेजेस पोजीशन से यहाँ तक आ सकता है तो हमें मान लेना चाहिए कि उसने इंडिविजुअल डिसेबिलिटी तो ओवरकम कर ही ली होगी। और मुझे ये विश्वास है, जैसा कि हमने पिछले 1 साल में भी देखा, कि हमारा इंस्टीट्यूशन लगातार सोसाइटल डिसेबिलिटी को दूर करने के लिए जो प्रयास कर रहा है वो ऐसे ही करते रहेंगे। बहुत सारे अवेयरनेस सेशंस हो सकते हैं, या फिर जिस तरीके से हम ई कोर्ट्स पे काम कर रहे हैं, हमें कोर्ट्स डिजिटल सेलेक्ट बनाए जा रहे हैं और उसमें जितना हम टेक्नोलॉजी को अडॉप्ट कर रहे हैं, और भी ऐसे बैरियर्स जिसे हम आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं, हम ऐसे ही करते रहेंगे और इंस्टीट्यूशन ऐसे ही इंक्लूसिविटी, एक्सेसिबिलिटी फॉस्टर करता रहेगा। मैं आई अगेन प्लेस माई सिंसियर थैंक्स ऑन रिकॉर्ड। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Siddharth, for these words. I'm sure every person in this hall is moved beyond words after hearing this. सफर में धूप तो होगी, जो चल सको तो चलो, सभी हैं भीड़ में, तुम भी निकल सको तो चलो। किसी के वास्ते, अरे किसी के वास्ते राहें कहाँ बदलती हैं यारों, तुम अपने आप को खुद ही बदल सको तो चलो। यही है जिंदगी कुछ ख्वाब चंद उम्मीदें, यही है जिंदगी कुछ ख्वाब चंद उम्मीदें, इन्हीं खिलौनों से तुम भी बहल सको तो चलो। हर एक सफर को है महफूज रास्तों की तलाश, हर एक सफर को है महफूज रास्तों की तलाश, हिफाजतों की रिवायत बदल सको तो चलो, हिफाजतों की रिवायत बदल सको तो चलो। These words of Nizar Fazli Sahib resonate more deeply today than ever before. Perhaps that is what this training period has been for all of us, ek suhana safar. What we're about to witness now is a video montage, a reflection of those moments lived together. As the screen lights up with those memories, perhaps each one of us will find a spot part of ourselves hidden somewhere within them. On that note, I invite you all to immerse yourselves in this video montage lovingly put together by my beloved batchmates, capturing the essence of our life at RSJA, a journey of shared moments, silent growth, and unforgettable memories. It was very nostalgic indeed. And finally, we arrive at the moment everyone has been waiting for. The giving away of training completion certificates cum mementos to the judicial officers of RJS batch 2025-26. It is a significant moment, not because it ends something, but because it quietly and powerfully begins another chapter of responsibility. For the symbolic distribution, I humbly request our chief guest for the day, Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Maheshwari, Judge, Honorable Supreme Court of India, to kindly give away the training completion certificate cum memento to our batchmate, Ms. Radhika Bansal. I now request Ms. Deepika Kacholia to come forward. I request Mr. Hitan Joshi to come forward. Ms. Swati Tolambia and Mr. Vaibhav Soni kindly step forward. To continue with this symbolic distribution, I humbly request honorable dignitaries to kindly give away the training completion certificate cum mementos to Ms. Ritika Daga, Mr. Akshay Avasthi, Ms. Nupur Gupta, Mr. Dev Pratap Singh and Ms. Kanika Garg. Kindly step forward.
May I now call upon Ishika Chaudhary, Tanmay Joshi, Meghna Yadav, Vikram Tolia, and Mohammad Sharik to please step forward. I further request Divya Sharma, Rashmi Gunpal, Devesh Khatri, Lakshya Chawla, and Tishan Jangir to please come up. Judges are the guard. I may request Lordship to please be seated. Yes, sir. Judges,
Honorable Chief Guest, sir, one thing I want to point out, sir, please, how many people have participated in the sports events? Please raise your hands. Sir, see the hands, sir. This is the kind of participation this group, the way it has consolidated itself. And hands down, please. How many people have participated in the cultural events? This just I wanted to tell you, sir. See the whole hall, every hand is up, sir.
judges are the guardians of human rights. They must act as the sentinels on the key weave. Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Maheshwari has been one such sentinel throughout his illustrious judicial journey, vigilant in upholding the constitutional values and compassionate in delivering justice. With deep reverence and great pride, I invite Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Maheshwari, Judge, Supreme Court of India, to deliver the valedictory address and bless this gathering.
Brother Justice Sanjeev Prakash Sharma, Honorable the Chief Justice of the High Court of Rajasthan, Brother Justice Dr. Pushpendra Bhati, Judge, Rajasthan High Court and Director Academy and the in charge of the Academy, Brother Justice Vineet Mathur, Judge, Rajasthan High Court, Sister and Brother Judges of the Rajasthan High Court sitting here, Mr. Chanchal Mishra, Registrar General, and other Registrars of the High Court of Rajasthan, Mr. B.K. Mishra, Director, Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, and other directors present here, officers of the Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, esteemed dignitaries, most importantly, newly inducted officers of the Rajasthan Judiciary. Good evening to everyone. First of all, to this boy Siddharth, I will let you know one thing. Jaishankar Prasad in Saket said, जो अंधे होते हैं बहुधा प्रज्ञा चक्षु कहते हैं. So don't feel like that there's a disability. The Pragya Chakshu is a quality, means the people who could not see, but he can see from the heart of everything. So he can learn from the heart. So don't be afraid of this thing. And I see in the Supreme Court one senior advocate, Mr. Rungtag, is appearing, and is always appearing for the PWD persons. I saw the depth of his argument. He argued the cases for me. It's not I'm saying of something else. The depth of his argument, I can compete with anyone else, senior advocate of the Supreme Court. So don't be afraid of this thing. Inculcate yourself that I am a Pragya Chakshu and I can have everything which nobody can see, which I can see. Sorry. So this is one word to him. Then I am coming to Dr. Bhati, which I could see in charge of this batch and everyone who are here, in the way you involved yourself with them in the training and for their upbringing. I use the word upbringing in every respect. So this is marvelous. I can say one thing. The titles which I was hearing, which you have given, how you have decided, and this reflects the quality of the individual. How an individual developed himself, thereby he is being identified by one icon, and that is by name, and this is the title. But this reflection is not of that title, the reflection of these qualities. So I say, in the way you promote everyone, this is amazing, and I think this will continue. Two other things about the judicial officers have been said. Is one part. I will not discuss that. He has already said. I am coming to now your Commander-in-Chief. Until the Commander-in-Chief gives a free hand to everyone, you can understand, you cannot go ahead. And once you have free flow of the things in your life, then the responsibility fastened on a person, he thought, where I should go, I should not do any wrong. I should develop myself as well as our institution, because we are institution as a whole. So these are the words. And then in addition, all sisters and brothers sitting here, I will say that the reflection is 220 judicial officers more than would be of yours. In the manner in which you came individualized that this man is the ideal, called, discussion made, this is something which is not, which I saw in so many judicial academies I visited. I found that this is something peculiar which I have to say, yes, you did the best. And I think this batch of 220, more than 220, will do the best. So with these words, I say that congratulations to all of you, with all of enthusiasm, all in the manner you learn, you develop yourself, and now is the time. Don't worry, I will not give any lecture. I am not going to the law institutes and presidents. I will say something which I felt it is necessary to be in the judicial offices. If you say, then I have some time to discuss with you. If you say no, we have all qualities, I will say goodbye. Fine, congratulations, I am going here from. Because it's a valedictory. I am also going to my valedictory of my career. After some time, after 1.5 months. But it's not an issue. This valediction of any of the movement is a valediction of everything? No. The valediction completion of that thing and starting a new point. So now what should be, what you have to do? This is my thought process. I will tell you, मैं आपको बताता हूं, आज आप एक सिर्फ पदवी ग्रहण नहीं कर रहे जज की, आज आप एक तपस्या की शुरुआत कर रहे हैं. How you say why I am saying this tapasya? When I was an advocate practicing, I was a member of the bar council also, popular man. You can understand number of clients. When I left my practice, become a judge, 2,679 High Court briefs I left. More than 1,000 District Court briefs. I remember when the father of Bineet ji has visited, I was on the last day, I was on that day in Haridwar. Came to know that Justice A.K. Mathur is coming to sitting at Gwalior. And my juniors told me, कि सर उनके यहाँ वो ही सिटिंग इन सेकेंड अपील में बैठ रहे हैं, 5 सेकेंड अपीलें लगी हैं अपनी. तो डोंट वरी, आई एम कमिंग इन द नाइट. यू नो, Mathur Sahab would not be aware of this fact. I started by 6 o'clock in the night by car. At that time, road conditions not. This is real story which I am saying. Night 6 o'clock started from Haridwar to Gwalior, 500 kilometer. Morning I reached 5 o'clock. And I argued all 5 appeals. No issue. It's not an issue. Issue is, मैंने अभी आपको बोला था कि आप तपस्या की शुरुआत कर रहे हैं. What is this tapasya? I am asking this thing. You must make a commitment for yourself. This tapasya is not like that. कि वहां जाकर के आप किसी जंगल में बैठ करके तपस्या शुरू कर रहे हैं. This is one of the part of your life. I will put रामचरितमानस में उल्लेख आता है, ईश्वर अंश जीव अविनाशी, चेतन अमल सहज सुख राशि. ये चेतना क्या है? ईश्वर अंश है, आप पार्टिकल ऑफ गॉड हैं जब तक आप अविनाशी हैं. लेकिन ये 4 शब्द का जिनको मतलब आ गया, मुझे लगता है उसकी लाइफ बिल्कुल स्मूथ हो जाती है. और वो 4 शब्द हैं चेतन अमल सहज सुख राशि. ये चेतन मीन्स चैतन्यता. दिस इज विजडम, दिस इज योर थॉट प्रोसेस, दिस इज योर विल पावर, एंड हाउ यू अप्लाई दिस, एंड दिस क्रिएट्स योर डेस्टिनी. I use a word, this creates your destiny. When a particle of God in you, what does it mean? Are you a God? Don't thought of it. Because now people will tell you, my Lord, your honor. These are the words necessary which I have to convey you. You have a particle of God, but you may be called as lordship. My Lord for that man. You are not Lord. Don't misnomer yourself. So you are a particle of the God. But how this particle of the God should be brought into, thereby you have to thought that yes, the particle of God in me, how I have to prove this particle of the God is just in a field in which you are doing something. So you have necessary chetana. And that's chaitanyata, whatever you have, this is your thinking part. And when you have a right perspective thought process, being particle of God, you are a creator now. Now you have to create your chetana. So once you are a creator, thought of it. Then next part, if you thought very high, but you could not do amal, chetan amal. Amal means karma. So now it's a combination. When you go to that, if your karma is equally good as you thought of it, you can understand sahaj. Whatever you have thought in your life, you will achieve everything. And when you achieve everything, then in the evening, today, what you are thinking, you each in your mind, that 15th of May 2026, it will remain each in your mind that this was a day on which we successfully completed our training, because we have seen the pictures. You did yourself, but simultaneously, because you was indulged in that at every activity, the participation which shown to me that I changed this, मैं लिखा हुआ नहीं पढ़ रहा आप कुछ भी, I changed myself. No, I should go by my own thought process, what I did in my life, what I have to share with you. So because of your participation, and this day has come, and this will be remembered for every time, 15th of May 2026. और आज का दिवस कौन सा है आपको मालूम है ना? आज वर्ल्ड मित्रता दिवस है. और आप सोचिए, बट ये मित्रता आप में हो बस. इसके आगे जब मित्र अच्छे होते हैं तो क्या होता है? चेतना, अमल और सहज. अब एक और बात आती है, सुख राशि. यू फील इट. सुख राशि मीन्स समथिंग यू अचीव लग्जरीज. इज इट ए सुख? नो. The real sukh is when you work in your field and when you achieve the satisfaction of that. That is the real sukh. You decide what you have to go, what you have not to go, what you have to achieve, what you have not to achieve. This is your thought process. Now, when we become a judge, what is the expectation? Expectation comes to that you should not commit any mistake. Tiers prescribed. Trial court judge, appellate court judge, tiers prescribed. But the expectation of everyone is, we are going to the court of law, judge is hearing, listening, doing, he will not commit any mistake. You are not in a profession. You are a judge. Why it is? This judgeship is a way of life. This judgeship is a way of life. ये you have not achieved it. क्या आपने कुर्सी पे जा रहे हैं तो उसका रुतबा है? ये जो तपस्या मैं आपको कह रहा था ना, ये आपके ऊपर एक बहुत बड़ा ऋण है. और ऋण क्यों है तो बताता हूं आपको. क्योंकि पीपुल्स जुडिशरी की आप देखते हैं ना, जब आपने देखा हो कि कोर्टों पे लिखा होता है, वी एंड द एडवोकेट्स, टीयर इज लेफ्ट. आई एम वन ऑफ द सीनियर मेंबर ऑफ योर फ्रेटर्निटी, यू कैन थॉट ऑफ इट. कई जगह कोर्ट में लिखा रहता है, दीन सवन को लखत हैं, दीन लखे न कोई, जो रहीम दीन लखें, दीन बंधु सम होए. What is this? Why it is? Peoples look into particle of the God. You may be called as your honor, you may be called as a lordship, but what it is? You are only for those persons who are looking forward, and why they are. You know, our system is, the theme of our system is trust and confidence. Everyone do have a trust and confidence. हमारा अगर किसी के साथ झगड़ा हो जाएगा, ठीक है, हम न्यायालय चले जाएंगे, न्यायालय से हमको न्याय मिल जाएगा. This is a trust and confidence. So I said these are certain things. लेकिन इसके लिए करना क्या होगा? I am coming on the point. This trust and confidence which you build inside among this batch, now the कर्ज आ रहा है उन लोगों का जिनके लिए आपने सब तो किया, एक साल बहुत अच्छा काटा, लेकिन उनके लिए आपको बाहर जब जाएंगे, अभी बोला था एक जज साहब ने, पोस्टिंग ऑर्डर्स आ गए हमारे. When you go in the field, first of all, you thought what is the parikalpana must be in the side of the court. In court is known as न्यायालय, न्याय का आलय. You are a particle of God sitting in the courtroom. Everybody come forward. They say you honor, your honor, lordship, my lord. But thought, एक परिकल्पना देखिए कि जब हम मंदिर जाते हैं तो मंदिर को क्या बोलते हैं? देवालय. That is a lord. You may be a lordship, but परिकल्पना करिए अब यहां पे आपकी. How this trust and confidence is required and how you will go ahead, you have to decide. I will not say of this. Go to Mahakaleshwar temple. Great rush. Kashi Vishwanath, great rush. Kedarnath, great rush. So many other temples are also there. People are not going, हाथ जोड़ के निकल जाते हैं बाहर से, मंदिर के बाहर से. इंडिकेशन मैंने शायद आपको दे दिया. आप वो देवालय है जिससे लोग मांग रहे हैं, आप न्यायालय हैं, आप न्याय के आलय हैं, रूल ऑफ लॉ. You decide whenever you are sitting in a court, when you act upon as per the rule of law. Now you have to thought कैसे आपके कोर्ट के बारे में लोग कहें कि yes, my case is in this court, and if I go, I'll put my case in a right perspective. As per law, this judge will do a right thing, and then on that day, you will prove yourself, your honor, your lordship, and my lord, you will prove that for yourself. We have compared that. Don't feel that you will go, but how you can. I give, Socrates said 4 things. 4. Which is required in a judge. Hear courteously, answer wisely, consider soberly, and decide impartially. If you heard these 4 things, I thought that everything would come to your end and you will prove yourself as this is lordship, honor. Now, how you can do? You would have taken the oath when you have entered here. How you can do? What should be? When you have taken the oath, उसमें क्या लिखा रहता है? We swear in the name of the God, or solemnly affirm to bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution and to perform your duties. 4 words आए हैं इसमें और मैं I will explain those 4 words. Without fear or favor, affection or ill will. Fear, favor, affection or ill will. I will say what is required if you will do in this way. What is the indicative of the fear? Indicative of the fear, you should not fear of the physical harm. You should not fear of the political pressure. You should not fear, which is happening in these days, media trial. You should not fear the members of the local bar associations creating a pressure. And you should not fear the last posting जो हो रहा है ना, transfer. So when you will not have a fear of these 4 or 5 things, you can understand what you can do. Coming to the favor. What is favor? This is a temptation to either to the power, succumb, or an account of corruption. This can come because of these 4 things. Please avoid. Next, affection. What is affection? Let your personal beliefs leave aside. What is personal belief? We don't know. What is caste? Leave aside. What is friendship? friendship is the judge. So many occasions would come, we cannot reflect from this place. But we know so many friendships comes, says something, but everything should not cloud your judgment. Nothing should cloud your judgment. And last is ill will. In administrative law, you would have seen the principle of bias. Principle of bias, when you see, what is this? We should not work either with a vengeance or with a prejudice or by way of any affection to anyone. Then how we have to work? Then while working, in Bhagavad Gita, one sloks comes. That sloks is Tasmad Saktah Satatam Karyam Karma Samachar Asakto Yachar Karma Parmapnoti Purusha, meaning thereby, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty, for by working without attachment, one attains the Supreme. One attains the Supreme. When you thought, can you thought ever why this duty has been given to you? Why I give an example of the temple as well as a Nyayalaya, Devalaya Nyayalaya. You know, this is an act. This is a divine act which you are going to discharge now. Once you are going to discharge a divine act, it has been assigned to you. You have to thought in your mind that this duty has been conferred by a God to do in this way. You can go and punish anyone. Otherwise, can you punish? No. So what you have to do, you have to understand, you are discharging the divine duty. Once the God made a trust on you, you owe a liability. Don't convert into a distrust of the God. And at that time, therefore I was saying, supreme power, you have to work for supreme power. You have to not to work for any other things. To whom you have to work now? I am thinking of this. Mahatma Gandhi said, while discharging the duties, there are two types of people who would come in a court of law, which is my experience as an advocate or as a judge. As 20 years of as judgeship, I have completed already 20 years of my practice, approximately 19 years, 9 months. Two types of persons I would have seen. One is a people who is coming to the court of law, knocking the door, do not have anything, asking rights. Materials is not too much, but he want knocking the door. Just साहब आप जो कर देंगे अच्छा है. एक वो लोग आते हैं, they are mighty, they are having a money, they get the documents collected, have a seal, but to have a seal of the court, they are coming to the court. Now you have to decide, out of this feeble man and out of that mighty man, both type of persons, how you have to act upon in your working when such type of person is coming, what type of recourse you have to taken, and the other part of the working, what type of recourse you have to take. At that time, this maxim Mahatma Gandhi said, it's completely right. Recall the face of the poorest and the weakest man whom you may have seen, and ask yourself if the step you contemplate is going to be of any use to the human. You have to thought of it. How and what, किससे आपको काम करना है, ये आपके मन में है. आप देखिए, ऐसा जब आप करेंगे, मैंने आपको बताया, अफेक्शन, इल विल, fear, तो आपके ऊपर कई प्रॉब्लम भी आएंगे। और उस समय एक 2 लाइन वसीम बरेलवी की है, वो मैं आपको बता देता हूं। आप सब लोग बड़े शेर शायर कर रहे, तो मैंने कहा थोड़ा बहुत मैं भी आप लोगों को बता दूं। उन्होंने कहा था, उसूलों पे जहां आँच आए, उसूलों पे जहां आँच आए टकराना जरूरी है। उसूलों पे जहां आँच आए टकराना जरूरी है। जो जिंदा हो तो फिर जिंदा नजर आना जरूरी है। मित्रों, you are, whatever you are doing, you have to thought of it. Otherwise, the problem, you can understand what would be done. I can tell you, I am a judge of Supreme Court. You are coming on the first pedestal. But remember, the poorest man who is coming to you, you are the Supreme Court of that man. If you decide this, if you have this feeling in your mind, which I am saying, don't thought of it, that I am giving you some things which is emotionally is capturing you. No, I am giving something to you that may be useful in your life. This is merely a point. And in the night when you go, please apply the theory of Bible confession. In the night when you lay down on the bed, please thought what wrong I did today. Don't remember what right I did today, what wrong you did today. Find out an answer why I did this wrong. On that day, you will correct yourself. I did in my life. I am giving this for you. If you feel, please go by that. If you don't feel, need not to go. You go by your own way. But these are certain points of thought when you are leaving and going to the field. रामधारी सिंह दिनकर ने कहा था, your part of working is something contrary to this. Therefore, I am telling you. रामधारी सिंह दिनकर ने लिखा था, क्षमा सोवती उस भुजंग को जिसके पास गरल हो, गरल मीन्स विष, गरल हो, उसको क्या जो दंतहीन विषरहित विनीत सरल हो. Why I am saying this? In your life, in justice, it is the exact opposite. The turn test of your power is how you treat the toothless, which I told you. 2 types of peoples will come to you. So, test your power is how you treat the toothless and the voiceless and the meek. If you successful in that, then on that day, I say that you will be the highest position and you will ascertain your this 1 year training when you go in the field of life and you work in the walk of life. This is my saying. Why I am saying? Because you see in these days, so many things would come, attracts to you. So many persons, maybe a power man, anyone, they can attack you. But on that day you realize yourself, what is the power of that paper and your pen on which you sign. In front of that, no criminal, no highest political person, no mightest, and no richest would be there. Please realize on that day what is your power, and that must be your satisfaction. When you go in the evening and to answer, question yourself, and your answer must come that kya mila, kya khoya. This must be of every day. When you go by this way of life, I did in my life. When I started my practice, I thought I should practice in the Supreme Court one day. This was my thought. I visited, started Supreme Court in 99, 2000, gone to 1 or 2 year. I found I was having number of the cases. I'm just unnecessarily affecting per day 30, 40 cases in High Court, and for one case. Then I decided, leave it. The God brought me an opportunity, and I brought in a Supreme Court in a different way. So हमेशा एक चीज को ध्यान रखिए, मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर. मिल जाए तुझको दरिया तो समंदर तलाश कर. What you have to thought and how you have to go. But one thing I am telling you, which is said when I became a judge of the High Court, 25th of November. In the evening, I received one letter, 7 lectures from my senior. My senior was none else. He was on the pinnacle of the judicial system. He was the Chief Justice of India, and now that was retired on that day. So I read a letter. In the evening, when I found after oath, immediate at 5 o'clock, when I reached to Circuit House, I received this letter. So I thought it, why this letter has come? You know, what was the first line of that letter? That is, Jiten, you did this thing, this is all right. Fine. But I want to share some thoughts with you. And first thought was, you should ride the chair. Chair should never be allowed to ride you. Why I am saying this thing? Sometime we can understand. We have so many things. That man was none else. We know this is a former late Justice R.C. Lahoti was the judge who sent me this. And the another was the biography of H.R. Khanna, neither roses nor thorns, then certain lectures given by him. So that just I am telling you what you have to do, what you have not to do. So finally, I have given you certain points. If you thought it, yes, it may be useful. Keep in your thought. I am not saying follow it. I am saying you are a creator, you are not a follower. I am using a word, you are a creator, you are not a follower. But even become a creator, you must have create something else, but take guidance from somewhere. So you have to go ahead. Now I am coming to technology and AI in particular. Friends, my judicial officers, you are, that is, AI means artificial intelligence. You are born intelligent. You are intelligent. This AI developed by you, by a brain of someone. I only say one line, one thing. You can utilize this tool, but don't place your wisdom, because that machine or tool doesn't know what was the endeavor of the witness in the court, what was the endeavor of the poor person in a court. You know, you are the person. So friend, you are a human being, intelligent, super intelligent, who bring this AI. Don't dependent, don't pledge your mind on the AI. I will say, you know everything. So I will not say much more, because the time is coming to the closure. So I am also coming to the closure of my speech. And in conclusion, I will tell you something. My young colleagues, as you step out of this academy, you carry the legacy of the great justice system of India. You are the chosen few. You have the intellect. You have the training from this stellar academy. The Rajasthan judiciary has produced some of the finest minds in our legal history. Today, the baton is being passed on to you. I say you, manzilin lakh kathin aaye. You have to have this hausla. Manzilin lakh kathin aaye. गुजर जाऊंगा, हौसले हार के बैठूंगा तो मर जाऊंगा. What you have to thought? You must thought what Bhati said. He said, आगे बढ़ना ही है, छोड़ दो आज क्या हुआ, आगे बढ़िए. What I say, have courage, have compassion, being fearless. May you have the courage to write the judgment that sleep well at night. What I told you in the night, when you go and think of it, you must find the answer, and even if they keep the powerful awake, you must go and sleep, but the powerful awake. By your judgment, you must thought and hand wisdom of your thought like this. But this should be only to maintain the rule of law, not otherwise. This should be only to the excess of justice, not otherwise. Friends, I will tell you today's story. The humanity, why I am saying, why you are required to be a judge. A kindness, element of kindness must be in a judge. I saw a case came for a bail today itself. A week prior, he said that I am suffering by a colon cancer and everything. So I asked a report. I said, call the council. Within 3 days, come with this report. When I was seeing that, because I'm in my family, I am a doctor. So I know some, when I seen some papers, I saw when it's going to be suffer. Today when the report came, I was shocked and surprised. And I said to my brother, friend, मैंने उनको बोला, मैंने कहा इसको यार ये पता नहीं कितने दिन रहेगा, इसको छोड़ो. He was suffering the cancer, colon, lung, heart, everything up to the mind. So I said, let it go. And he was again admitted on 10th of May to the, मैंने कहा low on medical ground, I left him. So please, you have to understand why we have to punish. But now it is a time of the reformative theory. We are not going to reform him because that man would not remain, he will die. But we can understand from the medical papers. So this empathy and this compassion must be in your mind. What I am telling you, when you sign a judgment, let your pen be guided only by the constitution and the law and your conscience. Let no innocent be punished and let no guilty escape because your negligence. When you sit on that chair tomorrow, sit with majesty of a king, but serve with a humility of monk. This is to all of you, please, this is my view. This is completely personal view. I am not saying you should go by this, but I am only saying some thoughts. If you can thought of it, thought it. If you not, it's your wisdom. I have already said to you. Thank you very much. All congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much for inviting me and for this valedictory session, to the Chief Justice and to Bhati ji and Mathur Sahab. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lordship, for your inspiring words. Now, to express our collective gratitude and reverence, I request Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Prakash Sharma to present a memento to our esteemed guest, Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Maheshwari, Judge, Supreme Court of India, for gracing us with his esteemed presence today.
As this memorable evening reaches its final note, it feels less like a conclusion and more like the first light of a new dawn. To offer the concluding words for this special occasion, it is our honor to invite someone whose guidance, wisdom, and encouragement have been a constant source of inspiration throughout this journey. I respectfully invite Honorable Mr. Justice Vineet Kumar Mathur to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Maheshwari, the Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Justice Sanjeev Prakash Sharma, the Acting Chief Justice of the Rajasthan High Court, my esteemed brother, Justice Pushpendra Singh Bhati, greatest of all times, rightly given, my very respected honorable brother and sister judges, respected officers of the registry, the director past and present, Rajasthan Judicial Academy, esteemed officers of Academy, distinguished guests, dear trainee judicial officers, a very good evening, a very emotional evening, because the call signs have changed today from trainee judicial officers to judicial officers. It is my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion of the valedictory ceremony of the Rajasthan Judicial Services batch of 2025-26. I distinctly remember that evening on which all these young judicial officers, after selection, came to this academy. और वो जो पौध उस दिन लगाई थी आज पूरी तरीके से तैयार है। जैसा आपने बताया कि आपके पोस्टिंग ऑर्डर्स आ गए हैं, आप पूरी तरीके से इस एकेडमी में जो आपको सिखाया गया था, जो आपको बताया गया है, जो आपको नॉर्म्स बताए गए हैं, उनको डिलीवर करने के लिए तैयार हैं। तो जो छोटी पौध हमने 1 साल पहले लगाई थी, आज वो पूरी तरीके से वट वृक्ष बन करके इस जुडिशियल फैमिली में आने के लिए अपने फलों का रस पूरी सोसाइटी को देने के लिए तैयार है। मैं बधाई देता हूं आपको। At the outset, I offer our deepest gratitude to Honorable Justice J.K. Maheshwari Saab. We know he is traveling, and out of his busy travel schedule, we have just inched out 3 hours for us, because he is there only for 3 hours, for graciously gracing this occasion with his presence. Your words of wisdom will go a long way to these newly judges of our family to impart their justice to the society. Your Lordship's presence has made this ceremony profoundly inspiring for the Rajasthan State Judicial Academy, and most importantly, for our trainee judicial officers who begin their judicial journey today, inspired by such distinguished wisdom, experience, and commitment to justice. I respectfully express our sincere gratitude to Honorable Justice, our elder brother, Sanjeev Prakash Sharma, for his constant encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support towards judicial education and institutional excellence. The Academy continues to grow in vision, purpose, and academic strength under your Lordship's portrayage. I also extend heartfelt thanks to Dr. Justice Pushpendra Singh Bhati for his inspiring leadership and continued commitment towards strengthening judicial training with both intellectual depth and human sensitivity. Apart from that, I know in last 1 year, perhaps he has left any stone unturned to see to it that our family, who is now today officially inducted, will groom in such a fashion that they don't face any kind of a problem once they are on the dais. We are equally honored by the gracious presence of Honorable Judges of the Rajasthan High Court, whose encouragement and blessings lend immense dignity to this occasion with immense confidence to our young officers. I place on record sincere appreciation for the Director of Rajasthan Judicial Services Academy and officers of the Academy, all the resource persons and the staff members of the Academy, whose dedication and tireless efforts have contributed immensely towards shaping this training program and making today's ceremony meaningful and memorable. Training a batch of more than 225 officers is not merely an administrative exercise. It is a collective institutional commitment, and their hard work has made this journey truly enriching every officer present here. Ordinarily, the term valedictory conveys the sentiment of farewell, a moment of parting, of moving on from one phase of life to another. However, today I stand before you with a different sentiment altogether. With immense warmth and great affection, I would say that this valedictory ceremony does not signify your departure from Judicial Academy, nor does it mark an ending. Rather, it symbolizes your formal, proud, and dignified induction into a much larger institution, our judicial family. As in our tradition, when a newlywed daughter or a newly born baby enters the home, they merely enter as an individual. They bring with them the fresh energy, new perspectives, new hopes, and a deep sense of responsibility. In the very same spirit, each one of you today steps into the august fraternity of judiciary, not merely as officers of law, but as bearers of justice, custodian of constitutional values, and as living embodiment of society's faith in the rule of law. Very soon, courtrooms will replace classrooms, responsibilities will replace rehearsals, and the ideals you have discussed within these walls will begin to guide real lives and real court outcomes. May you always remember that the strength of judiciary lies not only in learning and authority, but in fairness, restraint, patience, humility, and compassion. The robe you will wear command respect, but it is your conduct that will ultimately earn trust. As we conclude this evening, one cannot help but reflect upon how swiftly journeys transform into memories. The nervous first day at the academy, long sessions, the friendships, the discussions, the anxiety before presentations, the moments of learning and laughter, all now stand quietly behind you, preparing you for what lies ahead. One day, years into judicial service, amidst crowded cause lists and responsibilities of bench, you may perhaps remember this evening not merely as an end of training, but as the moment when the responsibility of justice first began to feel real. With very profound gratitude to all the honorable dignitaries and everyone present here, making this occasion truly special, inspiring, and unforgettable, I once again thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Jai Hind.
सभी ट्रेनी जुडिशियल ऑफिसर जिनकी पोस्टिंग ऑर्डर्स जारी हो चुके हैं और जिनको 21 तारीख तक ज्वाइन करना है, मैं राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट की तरफ से आप सभी को कल 10 बजे चाय के लिए राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट में आमंत्रित करता हूं।
Thank you, Lordship, for your enlightening words. National anthem. Please rise for the national anthem.
Thank you, everyone. I humbly invite everyone for high tea in the library hall.